This video is on the gradient intercept form, also known as y equals mx plus c. And when we solve any equation that involves a variable, such as y equals x plus 1, x can be many different things. If x is 1, then that means that y is going to equal 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. X could also be 3. So y is equal to 3 plus 1, which equals 4. But depending on what x is, y changes as well. Now, when we have these points, we can plot them on a graph. Now, let me just get rid of those. Now, when we're talking about this graph, we have some points plotted on it. This is a straight line graph, and it's going to use this form, y equals mx plus c. So y equals mx plus c has two important things that we need to figure out. M is the gradient. So m is the gradient. And this is the rate of change of this line. So the gradient is also equal to the rise over the run. So what we can do, here we've been given some points. Sometimes you won't be given points. Sometimes you'll have to pick some points. We pick 2 points and we ask ourselves, how many does it go up or down? Here you can see it goes up 2. And then it goes across 1. So the rate of change, or the gradient, for this line is equal to 2 over 1, because it goes 2 up and then 1 across. Sometimes the gradient goes down, and in that case we can give it a negative value, because it's going in the negative direction. And if it's going the other way, maybe it goes to the left is also in the negative direction. So that could be a negative number. But in this example, we're going up, which is positive 2, and we're going to the right, which is a positive 1. So that means we can write the gradient as 2. Now, c is the intercept. C is the intercept. And that is where x is 0, and it crosses my y-axis. So here. So the y-intercept, change that to a y. So the y-intercept here is 2, because it crosses at 2, right here. So that means if I'm going to put this in this form, the gradient is m, so we end up with y equals 2x plus 2, because the intercept is plus 2, so we put a plus 2 on the bottom. Let's quickly do another example. I have a line, put some marks on, these are all 1s. And I start up here, let's change color, up here, and then the next one is here, and then the next one is here, and you can kind of see the straight line. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make y equals mx plus c. We're going to make the rule for this line. So we ask ourselves, what is the pattern? So how many does it go down or up by? So remember, so m is equal to the rise over run. So how much does this go up or down by? Well, it goes down. It goes down 1, 2, 3. So it goes down 3. And it goes across this distance here. It goes across 1. So that means that my gradient is -3 over 1. So we can just rewrite this as -3 divided by 1 is just -3. So that's the gradient. So what about c? What's c equal to? Well, this crosses at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means that c is equal to +5 because these values are positive. So that means that the equation is y is equal to the gradient, so -3 x plus 5, because our intercept is +5. So this rule will now work for any value of x. So here we have x is equal to 3, and we've said y is equal to -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see if we put in x is equal to 3, what happens here? Sorry. Oh, sorry, this should have been up here, just a little up. Sorry. That's at -4. So let's have a look. Let's put in our number. So -3 times 3. So if at x is 3 plus 5. So 3 times 3 is -9. There's one negative there. Plus 5. And that's just equal to -4. So we have -4 when x is 3. So this rule now works for any value of x. And all we need to do is we need to figure out the gradient, which is the pattern. How much does it go down or up by? And how much does it go across? And where it crosses the y-axis. That's the gradient intercept form, y equals mx plus c.